Hey everyone, welcome to 302 Sobriety. I'm Michael, and today I think I'm going to do something different. I'm going to start speaking every time I do a video on a step. This one's going to be step one, and I'm going to read it out of the book because I don't want to misquote anything, though I have it memorized. Step one is we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. That's alcohol or drugs. Who cares to admit complete defeat? Admission of powerlessness is the first step in liberation. Relations of humility to sobriety. Mental obsession plus physical allergy. Why must AA hit bottom? Well, for myself, I had a hard time admitting that I was powerless over drugs and alcohol. And to say it out loud and to say it to somebody else meant that I was weak. So I didn't want to admit to it. But the use of a chemical, a substance, alcohol, clouded my mind, and soon thereafter, it baffles me that I thought I was under control, controlling the alcohol, controlling drugs, but it was the other way around. It was hard. It's a hard road. It will always be a hard road. But it gets easier for me. A lot easier. It's almost going to be 3 years for me sober. And it gets easier, but I have to continue working on it. I have to keep it on the forefront of my life. Because if I don't remember it and I don't work it, I will forget it, and that monkey on my back will grow and grow and grow until it chokes me and I'm back to doing the same thing. The allergy comes from that if I took one drink, I can't stop it. If I took one drug, I can't stop it. The chemical imbalance in my body is so much. I'm not a normal drinker, and I'm not a normal person that would take any drugs. And the reason being, I learned from a long time, since I was a little kid, that to drown out my sorrows, to drown out my pain, to drown out my emotions, I would have to take something. It was fun at the time. High school was fun. The people I hung out with, it was fun for them. When I went to college, fraternity, it was all fun. Then it became a job for me. I had to work constantly because any little thing that I didn't like, or any day that ended in the word day, found an excuse to go get high. Now I'm proud of myself. Look, let me tell you, it just doesn't happen and you don't put any work to it. You got to put in some work. You got to put some effort. Like you put effort in getting your drug, in getting your alcohol, in the snow, in the rain, when you were tired, when you were sick, you still got up out of that bed. And you managed to go get something to maintain the high. That's what I did. Nothing stopped me. So when I started getting sober, I didn't have a vehicle. And I could always come up with an excuse. or I can't go to my meetings, or I can't go to probation, or I can't do this because I don't have a car. It didn't stop me before. I couldn't go to do my responsibilities because it was snowing or it was raining. It didn't stop me before. So I figured out that I have to carry that cross. Nobody else but me. You might say, hey, you're stupid for doing it. No, because that was my error. I don't put blame on anyone. No one made me. I was sick. Mentally sick. Emotionally sick. And I only handled it the best way I knew how. I stopped beating myself up. Yeah, I did what I did, and that's it. Move on. Keep going. Move forward. I rode a bike over 125, 150 miles a day. Bicycle in the snow, in the rain. My friends would say, hey, Mike, put your bike in the back of a truck, and I'll take you to where you're going. And as stubborn as I am, I said, no, this is my cross to carry. I need to learn. I need to learn a valuable lesson, which I wasn't learning at all. So I had to work it, and I worked it my way. I worked my program my way. I went to my meetings. I did my steps. I had my sponsor. I had my home group. But I was serious. It took me time to get a sponsor that I knew was serious. Someone that would guide me. Someone that would bring me back to the book. When I started getting into the steps, really get into the steps, because I was clean 25 years and it only took one drink to get me back to where I started off. I wasn't working it. I didn't have what I needed. I didn't search for it. I didn't do what I needed to do. I didn't put it in the forefront of my life to live the talk. Not only walk the walk, but live the talk. I had to do that. And it's not until now that I understood. I have a 12 and 12 book from my uncle. He passed away about 3 years ago, but he was 23 years sober. And I never knew that. It was his book. He went to a program and he stopped. And he can do it, and that's blood. I can do it. And you can do it. Because we all share the same illness. We all share the same mentality. And the program is not an I program, it's a we program. Surround yourself like I surround myself with positive people. You might say, oh, that's lame. That's no fun. No, let me tell you something. You can have fun. You can have fun doing what you need to do. You could go out, have a good time. You got to be strong. Surround yourself with the people that are going to guide you and say, hey, but no, don't do it. Don't give it up. But the work comes in that you have to call. That telephone is not that heavy. Just call. If that person doesn't pick up, call the next number. That's why I have a whole hell lot of numbers. And I put it under either NA or AA. So if it's your John P, I put John P AA or John P NA or both. And all I have to do is hit the letters AA and everybody from AA pops up. Everybody from NA pops up. Anybody that's dual diagnosed pops up. So I work it for myself. Let me tell you, 4th of July just passed. Today is Sunday. And I went back to Texas with my daughter. I took her. At one time I couldn't do that. She was so happy that I was there, that I bought the tickets, that I didn't spend money on trying to go get high. Because that's all I ever did. And whatever money I had was go get high. Or treat people because I knew they were sick, so I helped them. But it wasn't like that. And I'm proud. I'm proud that I did something. I'm proud that I'm working. I couldn't hold a job for a long time. Either I got sick all the time, and I just didn't want to work. I wanted the easy way out. Just give me the money, let me get high, and that's it. No, I work for my stuff now. I work and I enjoy. I save. I save money. I have a bank account. I could never say that. I could have never said that I had a bank account because I didn't know how to be self-disciplined in saving. That I didn't have to buy because I wanted. I bought because I needed. Yes, I do reward myself. But the way I reward myself is by taking my kids out or going out with the guys from AA, from meeting. Maybe we'll go to a movie. Maybe they come over my house. We have a little study group here. It works. You got to find what works for you. The 12 steps work for me, and I know it works for a lot of other people. If that doesn't work, there's a lot of other programs that can start you so you can realize you have to have some time of sobriety in order to gain your strength. There's a reason why they say 90 and 90. 90 and 90 is because it takes your body 90 days or so your levels balance out again. You're going to feel strong, but don't let that fool you. Don't let those 90 days fool you. Your work is just beginning. After your first year, after everything that's hanging over your head, like court, like divorce, like probation, DUI classes, monitoring programs, everything. That's really when you have to work your hardest. You know why? Because nothing is stopping you now. That's a deterrent. When you have something that you have to do because you're told you have to do it or else you go in jail, you're not stupid. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Well, use that after you stop. I don't want to go back. I don't want to do what I was doing. I want my kids to enjoy me. My daughter the other day told me, Dad, I'm happy that you're almost going to make 3 years. I'm happy that you're with me. She comes here, she visits me in my house. My son comes to visit me in my house, and I have twins. They argue back and forth. Let me tell you, these kids, boy and a girl, twins, argue back and forth. At one time, I wanted to control them. Shut up. Stop it. But you know something? They got to work their stuff out. I can't work it out for them. I put my foot down at times because if it gets too ugly, I don't agree with that. My son has to learn about women. My daughter has taught me so much about women than women that I dated themselves. Her growth, her attitude, her caring, her giving her heart, it's not a thing. She loves, she is kind to people. I've never seen anybody, not because she's my daughter, but she's a little woman. She's 17 years old. And guys, some guys, can be kind, but for the way I wasn't kind. I was about myself. I was about getting the next thing. Now I'm doing the next best thing for myself and others. I try to help people. I try to help people through these videos so they can see what I go through. So the first step, you always have to do it correctly. That's the only step you have to do correct. Admit that you were powerless over alcohol, drugs, and your life became unmanageable. That's your very first step, and that's the only one that you have to do correct and always keep in your mind. All the other ones, everything else, it's we help each other. And you can always go back to these steps. It doesn't say you do 12 steps and that's it, it's over and you're cured. No, it doesn't say that. It's that we have to reach out and constantly work ourselves. So just take it one day at a time. You guys stay strong and sober. And the next video is going to be step 2. Don't forget to like my videos, comment on my videos, and keep that faith. You know, you see me bearded and long haired. I got to go to work tomorrow, so next time you see me, I already have a haircut and I'm going to shave, look more presentable. At one time I couldn't care less what I look like, but I do now. So guys, you ever need help, come back to some of these videos. There's a lot of videos on YouTube talking about steps, talking about how to help yourself, self-help, motivate yourself. Don't just give in to that monkey on your back. Do what you need to do for yourself so you can stay healthy and live a longer life. And there's no guarantee, you know, you're going to live maybe a productive life. You just never know when you're just going to die. But at least you know in your heart you did what you had to do to live it peacefully and be kind. Again, subscribe, like, comment. Check me out on Instagram, on Facebook. I have 2 pages, a closed group on 302 Sobriety and an open group, 302 Sobriety. You see the closed group, ask to come on in, and I'll let you in. Okay? You guys take it easy. Peace out.